full power and counting down the lift. Salvage operation. Forward 1. You're running out of time. Party camera is nearly powered up.
Take out the APU gantry as soon as possible. If the dropship gets powered up, it'll bring its main guns online. Omega Lab, we're getting cargo secured. As soon as we're able to lift, we need to get on board as quickly as possible. Now tracking multiple targets inbound.
Got him on radar, Joel. Moving to intercept.
Oh no! We're... meters altitude. Telemetry indicates a good eject.
Roger that, Control. We'll keep walking.
This is the query. We're on him. Lead the way, sir. It's a pleasure to fight with you at last.
Omega lead, ejecting.
Roger, Control.
Omega, this is Control. We should lift off of the next dropship. Orders?
This is Forward 3. The gantries are retracting at Gamma launch site. They're at full power and counting down the lift. Salvage operation. This is Forward 1. You're running out of time. Party camera is nearly powered up.
Take out the APU gantry as soon as possible. If the dropship gets powered up, it'll bring its main guns online. Omega Lab, we're getting cargo secured. As soon as we're able to lift, we need to get on board as quickly as possible. Now tracking multiple targets inbound.
Got him on radar, Joel. Moving to intercept.
Oh no! We're... meters altitude. Telemetry indicates a good eject.
Roger that, Control. We'll keep walking.
This is the query. We're on him. Lead the way, sir. It's a pleasure to fight with you at last.
Omega lead, ejecting.
Roger, Control.
Omega, this is Control. We should lift off of the next dropship. Orders?
This is Forward 3. The gantries are retracting at Gamma launch site. They're at full power and counting down the lift. Salvage operation. This is Forward 1. You're running out of time. Party camera is nearly powered up.
Take out the APU gantry as soon as possible. If the dropship gets powered up, it'll bring its main guns online. Omega Lab, we're getting cargo secured. As soon as we're able to lift, we need to get on board as quickly as possible. Now tracking multiple targets inbound.
Got him on radar, Joel. Moving to intercept.
Oh no! We're...
Attention to the paper doll. Make sure you guys are shooting the correct legs. Be careful of the collisions. I don't want to hear complaints about it. Work around it. Let's play this game.
I need another heavy. I've got TB and a quick draw.
I want to get fairly tight to it. Now, anybody who's going to be working range, I'm going to need you to fade right on this. And when anybody's running short, is going to stay towards the top of the caldera if we're going to come at them.
I have you in the Griff. Griffin.
Sounds good. Well, that's the thing. We got to get to brawling range, so I may be moving us, right up to the hoop if we have to.
Wolverine nach Charlie 4.
It's fine, chill the out, man. It's fine. It's just a fire starter.
Komm, Leute, redet miteinander.
15 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Don't die. Guys, we're winning seconds. Guys. 3, 2, 1.
Charlie Dar, CT, yellow. Okay, good. Get release if you get it.
There. To your left, there's a. Sorry, shit.
So, jetzt guys, hinter die Indie-Pocken.
Mediums be prepared to pull back E40 towards the E5 border. On my mark.
Left side, come on! Like now, I need strikes on OP barrel. Wire are strikes up.
Die Hauptgruppe rechts, Uferlinie.
They have three mechs sitting on the left side when you pass over.
Overheating is bad.
Both legs on the Griffin. Hit the Griffin.
Sorry about that. That was such a.
That's right. I'm gonna spawn Lance, you guys in Charlie, Lance, you guys in Bravo. That's B2C1.
This third drop is 2 lights, 2 mediums, 2 heavies, 2 assaults.
Jetzt in die Breite, zieht dann in die Breite.
Lights, watch our backs. We're gonna about base and take up position in Bravo 6.
Ja, kurz Aufschaltung Delta 4-3 Stück, 2 Mediums einleiten, wie ich es richtig gesehen habe.
Make a firing line.
C4 Tactical Hill, boys.
Fox.
Laufen unter ECM, hab 2 durchlaufen, 10, Bravo 4.
And get ready to hit people coming from our right.
Charlie on the left, Charlie, Hellbringer on the left.
Okay, let's group up towards the left. We're gonna press through Bravo 3 to Bravo 4. I think they're kind of spread out.
Check yourselves. Make sure you've got, UAV cool shot.
Here they come. They're pushing hard, guys.
Decro. Tez on.
Go. Oh, got a contact here, Bravo 3.
Nice, Marshall. I'm on Delta Griffin.
We'll get cross it then. Get in their face. They got a highlighter. They just pushed up on the Theta. We need help on Theta. Up on Theta. Yep, that's the noise. Go. Let's finish this. Full pressure, guys. Full pressure. They're down low. They're down low in Charlie 3. Get the f***ing arm, Jackson.
Jackson, cool shot.
Cough. I got him.
Okay, go, B3, go.
Echo.
Get over on your medium, guys. Get Echo Stormcrow. God, I suck as a pilot, but thank I packed my skill. I'm sorry that you died, sweet girls, but we will send a reasonably nice letter to your family.
running out of time. Party cameras near the power dock.
Take out the APU Dan as soon as possible. If the dropship gets powered up, it'll bring its main guns online. Omega Lab, we're getting cargo secure. As soon as we're able to live, we need to get on board as quickly as possible. Now track multiple targets inbound.
Got him on radar, Control. Moving to intercept.
Oh no! We're... meters altitude. Telemetry indicates input eject.
Roger that, Control. We'll keep walking. This is the query. We're on him. Lead the way, sir. It's a pleasure to fight with you at last.
Omega lead, ejecting.
Roger, Control.
Omega, this is Control. We should lift off of the second dropship. Orders?
This is Forward 3. The gantries are retracting at Gamma launch site. They're at full power and counting down to lift. Roger, Control. 3 hours. Starting salvage operation. This is Forward 1. You're running out of time. Party cameras near the power dock.
Take out the APU Dan as soon as possible. If the dropship gets powered up, it'll bring its main guns online. Omega Lab, we're getting cargo secure. As soon as we're able to live, we need to get on board as quickly as possible. Now track multiple targets inbound.
Got him on radar, Control. Moving to intercept.
Oh no! We're... meters altitude. Telemetry indicates input eject.
Roger that, Control. We'll keep walking. This is the query. We're on him. Lead the way, sir. It's a pleasure to fight with you at last.
Omega lead, ejecting.
Roger, Control.
Omega, this is Control. We should lift off of the second dropship. Orders?
This is Forward 3. The gantries are retracting at Gamma launch site. They're at full power and counting down to lift. Roger, Control. 3 hours. Starting salvage operation. This is Forward 1. You're running out of time. Party cameras near the power dock.
Take out the APU Dan as soon as possible. If the dropship gets powered up, it'll bring its main guns online. Omega Lab, we're getting cargo secure. As soon as we're able to live, we need to get on board as quickly as possible. Now track multiple targets inbound.
Got him on radar, Control. Moving to intercept.
Oh no! We're...
Okay guys, that's our last match of the season. Let's make this one count.
Wenn sie zu mir kommen, mich überraschen, ziehe ich sie zu euch und fertig.
Alles klar.
Alright, so medium's Gamma, light's Theta, heavy's Kappa.
Roger.
Alright, here we go. Driver Lance, data is yours. W key.
Roger.
Alright, can't see anything. Stacking up in theta.
I keep getting seismic,
Can you see them?
Yeah, they got heavies up here as well. Kill anything that moves.
Lights, just give us some scouting. That's probably the best thing for you guys.
Roger, moving to E4.
Here they come.
What do you see? What do you see? 100 and Delta 4 on.
Alright guys, comms, got it.
Yep, prepare to fight, call target.
Pushing
Outside
in,
killer cell
pushing
out, guys.
Here we go.
That big
Yeah.
mix moved up. That big mix moved up.
Copy that, okay.
Wait for them to come to us.
Roll into them.
I'm rolling.
Rolling.
There's Max D3 coming from our right, guys.
Yeah, we got this.
I want to call something and I want to see it dead in seconds. Make it happen.
Okay, auf 3. 1, 2, 3. Go. Guys, we need to get on top over here quick.
J'ai un Stormcrow qui fini dans le dos là.
Keep going, let's go!
Go, go, go. Everybody in.
Got him. Nice. Talk crouch down.
That's all they can move, guys. Go now.
Bravo's leg.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Yep, get out of there right now.
Take care of that Black Knight. Technicis.
So kill him now, kill him now, kill him now. Push forward, guys, push forward.
Nice fucking job.
Just run. Stay alive and run.
Nice job, everyone. Well fucking played. That is how it is done.
Fuck yeah, man. Well done.
I can forgive you for shooting me in the back.
Alright, keep your eyes active, guys. Don't have scouts on this one, so we're gonna have to all scout.
I'll be there soon too. We've got mechs on the way. You guys got this.
Seems like a fucking ambulance 911 call.
We are headed into drop 2. 2 lights, 4 mediums, 2 heavies, 0 assaults on skirmish. Let's take a look.
We need to spread out a bit. We need to see where from they're coming, and then we will.
Alright, boys. Manly men. We're gonna take some fire. We're gonna put fire out. Just make sure you trade well.
Yeah.
So, stopp. Wir ändern Bewegungsrichtung.
Schon zu weit.
Yeah, we need to go it now. Yes.
Keep it up, hold your ground. They have a lot of guys beat up CGs.
The light is peeking at us from Echo 4.
Yep, you got one right here.
We're doing alright, guys. We're up by 2. Stay cagey. 3 remaining. We got this one. Alright, guys. Let's do this.
Oh my fucking lord!
Foxtrot is grid CT.
Alright, Light's going behind him,
Hey, Charlie, come on, guys. Finish him.
Side doors open.
Prepare for rapid speed!
Alright, Stormcrow, Charlie.
Tir d'opportunité sur le couverture par l'ultra là.
Oh, and he got the kill.
And with a second shot, takes down Ian with himself.
Derrière, bravo.
Dans les jambes toujours.
Like, go back.
Don't panic, just do it.
Yes!
It was a great match, back and forth, all sorts of stuff going on, incredible shots, things we've never seen before, and things you don't get to see.
Good job, Dara.
Yeah.
Forward 3, the gantries are retracting at Gamma launch site. They're at full power and counting down to lift. Got him on radar control. Moving to intercept.
Oh no! We're... at 220 meters altitude. Telemetry indicates input eject.
Roger that, control. We'll keep walking. This is the query. We're on him. Lead the way, sir. It's a pleasure to fight with you at last.
Omega lead, ejecting.
Roger, control.
Omega, this is control. We should lift off of the second dropship. Orders?
This is forward 3. The gantries are retracting at Gamma launch site. They're at full power and counting down to lift. Roger, control. 3 hours. Starting salvage operations. This is forward 1. You're running out of time. Party gamma is nearly powered up.
Take out the APU gantries as soon as possible. If the dropship gets powered up, it'll bring its main guns online. Omega left. We're getting cargo secured. As soon as we're able to live, we need to get on board as quickly as possible. Now tracking multiple targets inbound.
Got him on radar control. Moving to intercept.
Oh no! We're... at 220 meters altitude. Telemetry indicates input eject.
Roger that, control. We'll keep walking. This is the query. We're on him. Lead the way, sir. It's a pleasure to fight with you at last.
Omega lead, ejecting.
Roger, control.
Omega, this is control. We should lift off of the second dropship. Orders?
This is forward 3. The gantries are retracting at Gamma launch site. They're at full power and counting down to lift.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this Wednesday night MRBC edition. Tonight we're streaming Season 10 EU Division C. This is Week 3 of the competition. My co-cast tonight will be Camo Man, a fellow member of First Crucius Recon, a good friend who's recently started streaming. How are you, Camo?
I'm doing well, and I'm happy to be here. This is going to be an interesting match. We got two teams that are very well placed. Both are winning a lot of their matches, so it's going to be an interesting one, and I'm here, happy to be here.
Fantastic. Yep, you're bang on there. Obviously, the divisional table on show there below. From the look of that, yep, 12th DG and German Kleingosper, top of the table. We will, of course, be covering the other half of the draw tomorrow night, both myself and hopefully you again, when we will be doing Panthera's Swords versus Band of the Hawk. That's same time, same place tomorrow night in just 24 hours' time. Tonight, though, it's the usual format, 5 drops. First drop is a domination drop, followed by 4 conquest drops. First map tonight will be in the bog, domination in the bog. And of course, this being MRBC, we hope you're all tuning into the stream. As a thank you for that, and to further encourage things, I'm armed as ever with some giveaway codes. We have a 24-hour premium time code, that's going to go after drop 1. A free mech bay after drop 3, and after the interviews at the end of the match, we'll be doing a 1000 MC giveaway. So hopefully you guys will be able to get involved with each of those. Right then, Camo, let's have shall we have a bit of a look at each of the teams in turn, I think?
Sounds good.
Perhaps I should just pull up, just fill the guys in a bit about your background here. Obviously, I think they know me a little bit, but perhaps if you just want to give us 30 seconds on yourself.
Oh, okay. Well, I've been playing Mech Warrior since I was a little kid. It was always the best thing that I could possibly do in my free time, and I've continued playing since. Mech Warrior Online Beta I started playing, and then I took a little break because it needed some work. The game needed some work. But I finally got back into it, joined First Crucis Recon. I've been in HHUD and A4 or A1 for a while there. But I'm back in First Crucis. It's been my home, my brotherhood, and you know, you find the people that you really love playing with, and you just stick with them. Been there, and I'm staying with them, and they're good guys, and
yeah,
I'm happy to be here.
Of course, our own effort currently running, new to MRBC as a unit ourselves, the 1CR entry down in Div G of the NA server, and I think we might both be playing this week, have to confirm that, but EU action tonight, so 12th DG, quite a long roster I'm seeing here for these guys, 3 guys nominated as team leads, don't know who's going to be taking the call for us tonight. We're working with Wiper, who's going to be coordinating with us, and indeed has already pulled 12DG into the lobby. The MRBC casters tonight do have control of the lobby, so hopefully we'll keep things running nicely for you guys listening in. So yeah, 12DG, very, very solid, a long-standing unit. Don't quite know how much competitive play some of these guys have had, but certainly a unit with some background, some experience. I'm going to flick over now and have a look at Team 2, their opposition tonight. German Clan Ghost Bear, the Shadow team. Again, relatively long roster here, plenty of pilots to call on. And again, these guys going 5-0 against Band of the Hawk the other night. So again, they know what they're about. I think it's fair to say. Looking at the map, Camo, we're going to go across to the old map strat screen there. Just pull up Viridian Bulk for people. Should already be showing.
Domination.
It's domination. We kind of know how this is going to work. It's always just a fight. There is no particularly clever way of doing this round. Basically, not so much of a range trading map. I wouldn't say you'd agree on that. It's going to get messy.
No, they're going to go Echo 5 or Delta 5, and they're going to get in a brawl situation there.
Yeah,
most likely.
It's going to depend. Is somebody going to be able to stay up on the high ground, perhaps? Are we going to see lots of jump mechs, you know, attempting to control the situation and fire down in, or is it just going to be right up on them?
You might have 2 and 2 on the Overwatch, but the brawl is probably going to be on the downside in that little carapace of the deceased creature there.
Yeah, somebody always falls in eventually, don't they? And then somebody follows them, and that's kind of what happens. You know. So I don't think we've got too much to add on that. We'll toggle across to the pre-drop here. Just to remind you guys, that's not pre-drop. That's pre-drop. There we go. Just to remind you guys, so it's Viridian Bulk, 4 lights and 4 mediums for this first confrontation. As usual, teams only allowed 1 duplicate chassis, so 7 of their chassis must all be different types. No lock-on weapons in this first drop, no streaks, ATMs or LRMs, not that you'd see much in the bog, but hey, you're not allowed them. Strikes are available to everybody this season, and bonuses for destroying 5 mechs. I see green lights, so I'm gonna go ahead. Just confirming with the team leads here. All teams set, all teams locked, and as soon as they're locked in and going, I'll just talk a bit about the drops, but here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are launching for the first one of the night. Just getting the connecting screen now. So from the Team 1 side, seeing points A and C in use. They're not using the Bravo drop site, so just A and C straight in, and A and B from Team 1 on the other side. So yeah, both teams not trying anything too fancy. They just want to move 4 mechs from each point as quickly as possible up to the circle. Nothing surprising there, would you say, Camo? That's you wouldn't have expected them to spread out for this one.
That's how it goes.
Yeah. Okay, so just going to call up the stats and stuff here. I've got the Donegal Guards Thunderstrike side of the board here, Camo. I've got the blue side, so if you want to go and have a look at the red side, mate.
Sounds good.
Looks like we've got... I'm looking for the duplicate. I'm not seeing it. No, Mistlinxes. We have duped Mistlinxes for the Donegal Guards Thunderstrike team. Also seeing...
In red, we have Mistlinx dupe.
Mistlinx dupe both sides. Other than that, I've got a Hunchback and a Nova. Basically the usual mix. A Javelin, interesting. Don't often see a Javelin, but a Javelin for a Wendell on the Donegal Guards side. And already we're seeing Wiper here rushing forwards in the Assassin, taking that high ground, and getting 9 seconds off the clock. Don't think the clock will be key here. Normally it is just a fight to the death, but interesting that they did get that just that little bit quicker.
Yeah, they haven't taken high ground here. They're just getting in the circle on the red side.
Yeah,
it's pretty typical team formation over here. These are just mechs I was expecting.
Yeah, nothing too exciting. And they are going straight in. I'm seeing MG fire from the Mistlinxes on the flank already, and that Huntsman. No hanging about here. Wendell already down 81%, taking the worst of it in that initial phase, in that Javelin. That being said, of course, the Javelin, the arms are completely ablative, so it can afford to lose a bit of hit points there without any great difficulty.
That Stormcrow is taking some serious damage there. And it's out.
Yeah, we're seeing... I mean, heck, there's barely been time for us to catch our breath here as the Camo. They're just right into it. Vibe Storm out, Fresh Dax out, Samad out.
That Nova Cat's done. I was about to call it being targeted, but it was that quick that it changed.
Yep.
Dead.
Mistlinx is on the flank.
Bushwhacker next, and yeah, it's done. They seem to be targeting very well.
Yeah, it's pretty even-handed on both sides here. They do seem to be... The mechs stay green until they don't really, don't they?
It's one and done.
Yep, there you go. Another of the Donegal Guards dropping, so we're now 5-4. Mech's still up. That Wolverine... Mistlinx. That Mistlinx, driven by Wolverine, down to 71%. That may go in a second. Both teams looking to make good on their bonus here, Camo. They only need 5 kills for their bonus points.
Both teams will have this.
They should do. Can the Thunderstrike team, the Donegal Guards, can they keep at it here long enough to secure those points?
They have 3 mechs that are very critical damage here, so they actually might even turn it
They
around.
could even turn it. Yep, let's see. Are we going to see Draven drop? There goes Draven. Okay, both sides securing their bonus points. Cyrus in the Hunchback on 91%. I see your point, mate. It could come down to a duel between him and Max Cool in that Mistlinx. Cyrus, though, now the sole survivor, looking around for him. There he is. He's backed off a little bit. He knows he's got to do some serious work here. And he is using a pulse laser build. 8 medium pulse lasers. If he can keep those going, but they are looking to leg him out here. They've already got one leg, and they're going to go for the other. That's it. That's it. We are 8-5. Donegal Guards getting the worst of it there. German Clan Ghost Bear Shadow taking that 8-5, Camo. Your thoughts?
Very close match. Both teams got their bonuses. The brawls kind of go like that. It's not vindicative of what's going to happen in the next drops, but it was real close. You saw the target calls from both teams. The focus fire was very good.
Yeah, and definitely no hanging around there. I mean, again, they didn't take any time to size each other up. That assassin went straight in over the top with Wiper. They secured the early clock, but it turned into a very, very quick fight indeed thereafter. So just having a look at the team stats. Any great surprises here? Brethren amusingly showing a 5,000 ping, so I don't know if there's a technical issue there on the German Clan Ghost Bear end. We'll hope not. That would obviously be a shame. Pretty even spread of damage. Top damage going to Cyrus in that Hunchback, 420. Fairly even spread across the board. Perhaps just Samad and Vibe Storm getting the worst of it, being taken down early, along with Wendell. But in line with the speed we saw the mechs drop, mate. Nothing much to add there.
Nope, it's kind of just how these matches go. It's amazing, actually, that it was a both team getting the bonuses. You don't often see that in my experience. You know, it's gonna go one team or the other, usually very close. Very good brawl.
Yep, yeah, enjoyable all around, I think, there. So, 1-0, German Clan Ghost Bear, Shadow. just going to load back in there. I think in the meantime we're going to take an opportunity here to see if we can do that first draw. So this will be for a 24-hour premium time code. If you're in the chat, make a bit of noise on the chat there, just seeing people coming in and out. Somebody just saying, they're saying, German Clan Ghost Bear has won only 18 drops, lost 32, 12 Donegal even at 15 apiece. Well, against Van Form then, Ghost Bear picking that one up. But, you know, different teams play different ways, so perhaps we will see a very tight match tonight. Right, just kick myself out of that list, along with the old Moobot. And we're going to go over to that giveaway now.
An interesting stat here, if this is correct, both teams played Band of Hawk this season. 12 Donegal has went 5-0, and Clan Ghost Bear went 3-2. So, I mean, a lot can change in a season. Strategies get revamped, but you know, you're interested to see, is that an accurate depiction of how close the teams are?
You just don't know.
Managed to win, so you're not sure, but it's still an interesting stat and it's valid.
So there we go, Metachanik there picking up the 24-hour premium code. If you're in chat there, still Metachanik. If you can give me a PM, that's a Lasblast, just as you see it on the screens here. Lasblast, Lasblast. Shoot me a PM, and we will get you that code at some point during proceedings, mate.
It's actually 4-1, not 3-2 for Clan Ghost Bear. At a correction stat, but
that's not right too much. So going across to the map strat there. Do you want to call up drop 2, mate? I think we're going to go to Mining Collective next, aren't we?
Roger that. Mining Collective, Conquest, correct?
Yeah, we should be seeing some Conquest. Conquest for the rest of the night, of course. So it's going to be about control of the ramps, pretty much as per normal. I don't see either of these teams trying to do a hard cap strategy. I mean, detaching your lights out into the terrain can take a while to bring them back. So it's going to be around Theta, isn't it, realistically?
Yeah, I mean, you just have to kind of assume that. It depends on which team's going to be more aggressive. It might not even make it to Theta. That fight could happen in Echo 5, Delta 5.
Yeah,
low side.
in that more open side of the map.
I'm going to assume that's going to happen. I would be surprised if it's Delta 4 or Echo 4. It's usually on the Delta 5, Echo
so
5
you're sort of seeing around this more open area here.
That's where I'm expecting the brawl.
Right. So
but it might be Theta, you never know.
That might.
What speeds the teams are running at.
Yeah, if Ghost Bear might take advantage of that, they might take slightly slower mechs, you'd say, try to come in on that Echo 5 side, obviously to their advantage, see if they can pull Thunderstrike to them, 12 Donegal Guards. But realistically, we just don't know yet, do we? Interesting to see if the teams split between their deployment points. If they do, it would suggest a light up on one of the flanks might suggest they're going to try to get the cap. So, yeah, we'll just have to see how that plays for them.
Don't forget the game mode.
Game mode, of course, yeah, we do want to play a Conquest game. We like playing Conquest. So we'll switch over to the pre-drop here again, just cover off what we're gonna see. So 2 lights, 4 mediums, 2 heavies, same duplication rules as before, all consumables still allowed, and again the bonus for 5 mechs on this one. Scoreboard's already up from the first match there, 175 rep going to Thunderstrike, double that going over to German Clan Ghost Bear. And I do see Thunderstrike now showing 8 green, so just waiting on the Shadow team, the German Clan Ghost Bear, to ready up here for his camo, and we'll get this second match underway.
One question, real quick, Laz. How do I bring up the grid square for all of the team's mechs and their damage numbers?
The panels to the top left and top right, that one is the tab button. Tab for team display.
Okay. Thank you. Just wanted to double check.
Okay. I have lots of green lights. So, just about to get going into drop 2 of this EU Div C match. Thunderstrike versus Shadow, 12 Donegal Guards versus German Clan Ghost Bear. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are away.
This is going to be an interesting one. The last match was very close. You really have to wait and see how it's going to pan out in the next drop. That light medium drop is just kind of going to go one way or the other. But the fact that both teams picked up the bonuses mean they're very good, very well matched. So
yeah, and crucial to their leaderboard positions. Obviously, these two teams top the table. They want to stay that way. So in many ways, it's in their mutual interest to make it a high kill series, because that will ultimately pay them both off well at the end. So coming in here, don't know what side you've got, Camo. Have you got the red side again there? You got the
I will.
The Shadow guys. Okay, I'll go over Donegal. So both teams making use of their flank drop points here. Actually, a 2-4-2 split for the Donegal Guards. That's intriguing. What have you got over your side, Camo?
They're split pretty much evenly, except for Epsilon has only got one target over here.
Okay, I'm seeing duped Orion 2Cs for Wiper and Creolis over here. I'm going to try and pick those up and see what they're actually running on them.
I'm looking closely. I don't even see a dupe on my side.
You may not have one. They're not obliged to run a dupe. So, I concur. I don't think I see one. These Orions look to be running Splat 4, Clan SRM6, and an LBX-20. So, no real doubt about how Donegal want to play this. They look like they're seeking the brawl. And, as we call it, Camo, in that low ground, seeing German Clan Ghost Bear forming up pretty much in the area we drew pre-match there.
Yeah.
Both...
you had to expect it.
Yeah, you had to expect it.
Good position.
Both teams having picked up their flankers.
Red team here, they're waiting to see position.
Yeah, interesting. The competitive scene, we don't see as many UAVs shot down as you might think. A bit of smoke going out there as well, to no effect. There was a brief opportunity there for Ghost Bear. It took longer for the Donegal Guards to pull their flanking mechs into position. But
this is interesting. We've got Overwatch on both sides, and the blue team is flanking them on both sides. Red team is grouped up massively in the underground of where we called out that they would probably do that.
Yeah, Ibnis and the Huntsman just trying to peek over.
On both sides, though.
Yeah, intriguing. Now, is this going to be a position of strength for Ghost Bear if they choose to push out solidly in one direction and can make it work, or is this going to see them shot on both sides?
It looks like they're going to try and push Theta and try and isolate the components here. The big thing is not exposing your flank.
Yep.
And the Huntsman is going in to try and actually capitalize on the separation.
Yeah, that Ibnis making a play there. Let's see what he's got. So Ibnis, 6 SRM6 there. So that's going to hurt if you get caught by that. Fairly inconclusive. Just seeing the 3-cap being held by Donegal Guards here. Perhaps they're relying on that. They just want to run the clock a little. They're not keen to come forwards. That Jenna's a bit impetuous. Drandragor there just perhaps looking for some intel on the enemy team where they were positioned.
I figured they were probably going to wait for the arty strike, and we have one going out. They're going to try and soften them up a little bit with the arty strike before they go in.
Yeah, German Clan Ghost Bear a little more impatient, just trying to push through that ramp. Have they got more strikes on the Donegal side?
The blue team has put up a UAV, and the push is coming.
Push is indeed on. Are we going to see some good focus fire here? Really want to see that Stormcrow dropping first, I would have thought, but looks like
is the target.
That Huntsman, yeah, on the German Clan Ghost Bear side. Ibnis being dropped very quickly.
And they're next moving that Shadowhawk. They're trying to even the score number real quick, but the damage looks a little bit spread out for
yeah, as they came around, German Clan Ghost Bear, 2 more mechs about to drop there. That being said, they've picked up Wiper and Cirrus on the other side. So again, this is very violent, very quick. Wishmaster likely to go next in that Bushwhacker.
The blue team has
fresh
2
decks
Overwatches and 1 mislink that isn't even quite in the fight yet.
No.
Capped another node to get the actual cap advantage. So
but they're now 6-4 down. They've got 4 kills down. Jewel up top there was able to pour MG fire in with impunity into the Clan Ghost Bear guys there. They were doing nothing to suppress him. Lionel in the Huntsman there. Oof, that was a poor piece of positioning there. Dropped down to try to get some shots over the ledge, and yeah, that didn't work out well for him.
It looks like the red team's going to take it, but I mean, you have a number of advantage when you are trying to take the cap game, and it's kind of an interesting decision when you have so many lights and mediums here.
Yeah.
That the cap game can go really quickly unless you're actually trying to play it solidly.
Now, the question is, 4-2-3, are Ghost Bear actually going to respond quickly enough here to the need to counter cap? I think they are. They have enough mechs, but there are still 2 of the Donegal Guards mechs out there that could potentially interdict that effort.
And down to 1.
Oh,
yeah. They have the cap advantage. They just need to manage to deter them and actually keep that advantage. But
it just looked to me like Donegal Guards just spread out too much. I got what they were trying to do there with that Overwatch position, but what started as a fairly even-sided brawl, it just seemed the Donegal mechs were keen to maneuver out of it, if anything.
Well, the Overwatch in that position is very rough because people just, as you can see from the dead mechs, that brawl happened against the wall.
Yeah, so you're looking at these casualties over here.
And they don't have the free reign of fire that they would like.
Yeah, so 5...
terrain obstructing it.
Yeah, 5 of the blue mechs, 5 Donegal Guards mechs there down in that area, 4 of which were lost in that initial brawl. See your point. Interesting bit of observation there, Camo. So 5-3-3, looks like Ghost Bear now do have the cap sorted, and indeed, there it goes. So, no bonus points for Donegal Guard Thunderstrike there, Camo.
I mean, it was a really good match. It was interesting to watch. The Overwatch, I like the fact that the other team, the red team there, was trying to capitalize on separating the Overwatch positions, and it seemed to work.
Yeah. Suax in the Hunchback.
Very spread out, and the Overwatch was going to be too much to actually try and push either side. So they kind of just formed up on one side and tried to capitalize.
Yep. Wishmaster doing some lifting there. 3 kills in the Bushwhacker, and Suax 493. Top damage actually going to Creolis on the 12th Donegal Guard side, but the numbers look pretty even actually across the board. Just better focus fire, I would have said, than from the Ghost Bear guys while they sustain their position. Well,
I mean, Thunderstrike was missing one of their members that was capping nodes. So you'd be surprised what one person can do in a AV8.
Yeah, quite. Okay, so let's go over to the map screen now and see if we can just have the story of that match with some helpful graphics, maybe.
Sounds good.
So I don't think we need to draw up. They're both teams going out and capping their flank points. So at the start of the match, we saw, despite what I said actually pre-drop, we saw them both taking over those. And then we saw Ghost Bear entrench, much as we expected, around this Echo 5 point, didn't we?
Yeah. And then blue team was spread out with 2 Overwatch positions with 2 mechs per.
Yeah. And of course we saw blue mech hopping up top to cap Theta initially. But then we saw, and correct me if I'm wrong, we saw the Ghost Bear guys rotate through Delta 5 and make a hard push over that Delta 4 ramp.
Yeah, that is how it worked.
Not quite sure what that string I've just drawn there is. And then ultimately leading to a brawl in this position, which was ultimately decisive, wasn't it, Camo? There wasn't much else to add at that point.
It is, and then blue decided to go for the node cap here, and they took the Overwatch position here. That Overwatch position didn't actually amount to that much because damaged mechs were pinned against the wall here, so that their Overwatch position wasn't as well because they were too exposed to enemy fire.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's just, and we see this often in the sort of the slightly lower tier matches, lower division matches, it is just about focus fire and keeping your guys together, isn't it? That more often than not decides the Div C, Div D matches.
It is, unless you're playing a cap game.
Yeah, unless the cap game goes against you, but, I mean, certainly in the higher divisions, it almost never happens. Or if it does, it's an afterthought to the main fight if people keep their lights out. So, like, last week we saw, I think it was a Div D match, one of the teams keeping both their lights alive and latterly managing to turn it into a cap game, but only after having first lost the fight. So they ultimately lost their chassis, but they won the match on cap. So interesting there. So HPG, mate. HPG. Let's see some HPG.
Yeah. I'm working on it right now. Oh, did you change it? Sorry, here. Conquest. There you go.
You got it. We got it.
Yep. The HP Conquest. Here we go.
Okay, so just a couple of changes for the teams. Nothing major. A couple of pilots changing in and out. Obviously, HPG changed a great deal since we got the central gates. I think anyone who's been playing long enough will remember these two gates here not actually existing. But for Conquest map, those gates now being in position has opened this up a lot more, hasn't it, for options if you do want to try that cap game.
Absolutely. It's going to be a very interesting one because, you know, Theta Point is on the underside, but most teams want to control the top side. So you have that kind of, do you go underneath or do you take the top and just play from there? If one team goes underneath, the other team can have free reign on their nodes and keep them pinned underneath. So I expect still to see both teams go on top and slightly capped on their side on Theta.
Yeah, so a quick run under 30, you reckon, and then cap up top.
Absolutely.
Sounds good to me. Let's see what we actually get. So I'm going to swap it across now, get the pre-drop going for this round. Scoreboard there confirming now only 225 for Thunderstrike, really taking the wrong end of the kill count in that last match. German Clan Ghost Bear 700. That's max points after the first 2 rounds, so you've got to respect that.
We got one team locked so far. I'm just waiting on the
Just
last
waiting
one.
on the other team. Yeah, no problems there. So tonnage stepping up now, mate. 3 mediums, 5 heavies, and of course, this being the Commander Assassination mode, we have that 100 tonner running around. Seeing a lot of king crabs, despite what I said last week on the cast, where I said I wouldn't rate the king crab. Everyone's been keen to contradict me. They do, of course, now have some very significant armor quirks. That being said, the verticality of this map, would you pick it?
I would actually pick it because it has very low ballistic mounts on the arms, but that doesn't affect you on HPG very much. It just has a ton of armor, and the low ballistic mounts really don't affect you very much in this map, in my experience.
Yeah, I think I've got the manufacturer of the king crab on the phone here, Camo. Slander, a ton?
Yep.
I think it's more like 20, mate, more like 20. Mistlinks has a ton. Where it feels like it sometimes if you're playing Solaris and you get caught the wrong way. Right, still just waiting here on the Ghost Bay guys here, just to ready up. But Thunderstrike very quick to re-ready. Looks like they're keeping much the same team throughout the evening. Perhaps one change there, I think, looking at the pilot roster. Just the one pilot now to ready up for the Ghost Bears. And then we will see this third match get underway. Just to remind you guys, after this third match, we're going to give away a mech bay. So please keep active on the chat if you want to be in for that one.
Both brawls have been actually rather close. I would have been interested to see if Blue Team had brought that other mech in, what it would have been like. I'm really interested to see the third match. I expect both teams will probably get the bonus in this round. It just
they can't both get the bonus. It's impossible, Camo.
Commander Assassination?
Commander Assassination, you have to defeat the enemy and look after your own. So only one team can succeed in the bonus. This one splits them.
Or neither?
Or neither, indeed. If both commanders were up at the end of the match, but that would imply a tie that went to cap game, so unlikely. Right, we have green lights here, so 10 seconds. Everybody happy here? And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are launching into Drop 3, HPG Conquest, Commander Assassination, this MRBC Season 10 EU Div C match, with me, Lazblast, and Camo Man, both from First Crucis Recon, your casters tonight.
Heyo.
Just having a look at the chat back there. Die saying on the subject of 8 medium pulse laser hunchbacks. A good for initial damage once you hit your heat cap, you're stuffed. Yeah, I'd agree with that. It's definitely not a cool chassis. Same as Camo, so let's go and look at our favourite teams here. Actually, of course, there are no favourite teams. We are completely neutral, but the teams we've both picked to lead spectating on this evening.
I'll
waiting
take
on some
Red again.
dropships.
Over here on red team, we have 2 Orions.
2 Orions, and what's your command
And
mech over there?
The command mech is Direwolf.
Yeah, I've got a Direwolf too. Direwolf W, a jump Direwolf potentially.
It's a very good mech. And have very good versatility too with how you build it. So.
Yep, and to the northern side of the map, we're seeing a single mech for both sides on the northern side, picking up Epsi and Kappa. So it would seem both these teams think it's a good idea to entrench for the at least the 2 caps. Some very early pushes towards Theta by their main lances, obviously. Not sure. I'm seeing a mistake here. German Klein Ghost Bear. 2 mechs going to Sigma to cap that camo. What's going on there?
I'm not sure, but however, red team is in the position that if they wanted to take the top, they are the first ones to interact with it. So
yeah, a bit of PPC trade there. PPC is in competitive. Interesting. Not been seeing much of that recently.
It looks like they're sending 1 mech underneath, and
yeah, that Orion
just going for the trade.
Lining up for a trade here. Now, are we going to see what some of the guys refer to as the spine come into play here? Donegal guards could move along that and maintain a high ground position, but looks like they're going to drift forwards here. Some fairly long-range exchanges of fire here, not particularly effective from either side. Ibnis dropping to 90%, but this is there's a lot of noise, but not a lot of actual damage going down.
Blue team is very well spread out and has good Overwatch potential here. However, the red team actually has the control of the satellite. So, will they take the top, or will they just keep trading from where they're at?
Yeah, hard to say. Hard to say.
So far, the blue team is trading extremely well.
Yeah, Thunderstrike not taking any damage. Nobody below 90% there. Duel just getting cracked slightly on the armor there, but 3 mechs showing yellow lights, I'd say, on the Klein Ghost Bear side. So, already seeing some damage there. Max Cole, their commander, actually forwards of the line. That's not an ideal position to be in.
It doesn't seem like he's actually getting shots off from where he's at either, so he's kind of just
nullified, yeah, and now he's pushing back out again. That is the command mech at the lead edge of the fight, being forced down into the basement there. Brethren following up, 2 mechs both on 68% with severe damage in the Mad Dog's case.
The spread position with the Overwatch that Blue has maintained with every match they have actually seems to be panning out well for him right here.
They're trying for the map control and it's working.
And they have the position, they have the spread. It's hard for the other team to focus. An interesting call here is we have a light over here on the backside going.
That Sigma cap,
flank.
Spirit of the Machine and the Assassin.
He's not going for the Sigma cap. He's actually coming to try and flank behind.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, but the Assassin, Spirit of the Machine and the Assassin definitely picking up the Sig cap on the other side. So Donegal now in the driving seat here. 3 cap. They're about to overtake on score lead. 2 of those caps solidly locked in and very much running the trades. 3 red lights on the Ghost Bear side. No actual casualties yet, but it's gonna happen.
Red just they seem that the trade game isn't working, so they're gonna try and go in for the brawl.
Right.
It might be too late.
It might be too late. I don't think they're going to cross the gap. I think they're going to get cut apart in this mid-ground here. I think we're about to see 3 or 4 drop just trying to get to the Donegal team. And Donegal trading space for time here. They are backing up into that slightly recessed position and just continuing the trade. There you go. Wendell on Ibins, apologies. That's 1 kill. There goes another. Max Cole, that's the direwolf out. Commander down, Ghost Bear.
Here's the brawl, though, so...
Cyrus down for the Donegal side, Suax down, Wolverine down, Ghost Bear's 2 more down, and there goes Brethren. This is decisive, I'd say, Camo.
Yeah. I mean, the Overwatch and the spread that the blue team came out with from the beginning, it really made a difference. They did the trade game very well. They softened the mechs they needed to soften, and when that came to the fight, there was nothing left to the other team.
No. Wishmaster and that Assassin trying to sell himself expensive, but yeah, just that 1 loss. Oh no! Oh, there goes the commander! There goes the bonus points for the Donegal guards. Well done, Wishmaster, stealing the 50 points, rep points off them there, Camo.
Well, thank you, Wishmaster, for making me right. I did say both commander mechs were going to die.
Both commander mechs were going to die. So yeah, Wishmaster, I think Yeah, kudos there. Everybody else dead around him, he's still held on there to actually take out the strategic target. So, no bonus points for either side. But kill-wise, Donegal Guard's pulling in a full 8 there and limiting Ghost Bear to 2. So, that's a hard reverse on what we saw in the previous 2. Map-driven, you reckon, Camo?
It was all the trading, the position, and the Overwatch. Blue team has managed to have Overwatch pretty much every game, and it actually they forced the Overwatch trade instead of the brawl, and it panned out for them.
Yeah, Ghost Bear just not pushing into that, or I mean, if you'd been Ghost Bear, would you have just continued that underneath move? They nearly went under. They could have continued that move, I would have said, and popped back up the other side.
You know, I would have taken the satellite if I were going to do it and spread my team out amongst there. They weren't able to actually get on the top. They were looking for the brawl, but just never were able to seem to get into it, it seemed.
Yeah, and then when they did, just continued to trade across the space, and that did for them, really, didn't it?
Yeah. If you look at the numbers too, the Direwolf for one team actually had very good numbers because they had good Overwatch and spread. The other team was kind of just, they had to hide, and they didn't actually have good lines of sight.
So, looking at the map straight here, basically we saw a loosely crescent-shaped formation there for the Donegal Guard sides coming out that Bravo drop point, primarily. Red team, German Clan Ghost Bear, via a variety of routes, going up to that theta point, and then effectively almost trying to loop back on themselves as they came under fire. Commander got stuck up top and out of position, dropped back down, and essentially they just sort of dithered in this area for a while, until eventually forcing a push out through the Echo 5 line and just getting demolished, really, in the open ground.
They went underneath here, and then they actually came in this way.
There were a couple who went that way, yeah.
Had a very, very good arc on and very good firing lanes, so it was hard for them to actually target any of the mechs without them moving, but the other team had free reign of fire.
Yeah, and the mechs to do it, it looked like. There was definitely a trade build set up there, including their own Direwolf. But yeah, just a pity for Donegal that they did lose their commander at the end there. So, map 4, mate. Map 4, what is map 4? Canyon Network. Let's have a look at that. Reminds me, I should probably also think about resetting the draw here. We have a mech beta giveaway. It's going to load in the list for that. So, Canyon, World Championships 2016 map, of course. Quite widespread. I would say on this one, I would be surprised if they keep trying to play the cap game. What do you reckon?
It's all about Overwatch. You're going to try and set up at least 2 Overwatch positions and have a brawl. If you're going to continue the trade game, which seemed to work, that's fine. But you do want domination of 3 nodes at least.
So you're thinking, I mean, people talk about Junkyard and Junkyard Overwatch, just marking on here what's known to some as Junkyard Overwatch. Junkyard, of course, being this this feature up the top here. So the 5-line trade would be an option. That's certainly one thing we see with some mechs pushing up towards Theta. That would probably deadside the map for Kappa. We wouldn't see a lot of action there. Doesn't necessarily mean that they wouldn't send a light, but it is a risk.
One other option here is controlling the D3 to C4 line and actually having Kappa and Sigma taken by your lights and just early capping Theta and just holding that position. You have good Overwatch, you have good lines of sight, and then there's Death Valleys.
Yeah.
So,
right, let's go over the... I'm going to go over here quickly to the draw so we can get that in. The teams are forming up pretty quickly. So, let's have a Mech Bay giveaway, folks. Just a reminder, guys, if you do win the giveaway, you have to contact me by PM on Twitch, or you can catch me on Discord. Either works. But do please claim your prizes. We do like to give them away. Looks like we have Krasnopsky, if you're in chat, let's hear it from you on chat there, mate. Krasnopsky, obviously appreciate you won't pop up for that 5-minute stream delay, but hit me a PM, mate, and we will get you that free mech bay.
So now we have a 2-to-1 match. Clan Ghost Bear with 2 and 12th Donegal with 1. It's very close. We thought it was going to be close, and you know they're not disappointing. It's interesting seeing going in drop 4 whether it's going to be a trade match again or just heavy brawl.
Yeah, quite. Just apologies, getting the wrong screen there. So yeah, Kenyan Network. This is the most balanced of the matches regards to tonnage, of course. Camo, we get the 2-2-2-2. Was that 4 2s? 4 2s anyway. Pair of each weight class. Bonus here going for destruction of light heavies and assault mechs. Apologies. Along those lines of those strategies you said. So again, Overwatch is going to dominate this one. Is the feel?
It should. Just kind of expect that's how it's going to go, unless there's a heavy brawl. Overwatch will dominate. Who has the better position and the better firing lanes?
Yep, I'm seeing 8 green apiece from the teams here. So just confirming they are indeed all good, and we'll call 10 seconds. And for the 4th time tonight, 2-1 German Clan Ghost Bear Shadow versus 12th Donegal Thunderstrike, going into the 4th drop on Canyon Network in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and launching. Again, just wait for the connecting screen to kick in for us here, guys. And once again, Camo, let's see if we can spot what the teams have.
Roger that.
Die again there. Innisphere Orion's been used to good effect in North American Divisions C and B last season. Yeah, seeing a few of those around, usually in the splat configuration. Haven't seen them as much before, but yeah, definitely doing some work in the divisions in this season.
Double Annihilator from Red Team over here.
We have hold. Looks like we have a disconnect from the Donegal guards. I'm seeing hold being called. So just see what happens there. Not actually obliged to hold for a single disconnect, but looks like the teams are playing that honourably. Both teams now holding on the disconnect. Not actually seeing in our interface, Camo, who that is.
I don't see it either, but based on what we have here, blue team seems to want to play the trade game here. I expect red team is going to try and brawl, and 12th Donegal is going to try and capitalize on last match's firing lanes and Overwatch.
Yeah, we won't jump in too far there, because of course they may yet call for a redrop here by team consent, in which case they would have the option potentially to change out their mechs. Just trying to clarify with the teams which pilot is missing. Again, me and you, Camo, Lyrunner. Okay, right, so we definitely have one out. And confirmation that he is restarting the client. So again, Camo, we just won't... It should be back in. This should be covered under the 5-minute delay, mate, but we won't talk more about their builds, just in case.
Roger that.
Again, under the rulebook, they could have gone here, as I understand it. Under the Kong stun rule, you need 2 simultaneous disconnects to force an abort. But fair play to German Clan Ghost Bear Shadow there, respecting the call for a hold. Match timer is elapsing, of course, but in practice we seldom see this go to the timer in Conquest gameplay mode. If it does go, it goes on the Conquest caps, usually. So I don't see the teams are going to be too worried about losing 2:30 off the clock. Seems you can't reconnect. I'm just going to have to flip over the rulebook here, Camo, and just see... As I understand it, this could still carry on. I don't think we can compel a redrop. Okay, so under the first minute of play, before mech is destroyed, a team can call hold. Both teams will stop. Okay, so actually Ghost Bear are compelled there. If the hold occurs before cap point has been taken in Conquest, or at any time has been counted down in Domination, both teams may hold in place until disconnected pilots reconnect. Otherwise, a redrop must occur. If the disconnected player reconnects, pick a time on the game clock within 15 seconds and say go at time. Okay, so it's on us, came out to call the restart if they can get him in.
They said he could not reconnect, so, I mean, essentially, he's going to try again now.
Yeah, I'd prefer, obviously, if we can get him in here without calling a redrop, but at the same time...
We're going to hope he reconnects here.
Several math there.
Have some chatter here.
Just have some chatter, yeah.
Kill some space, you know, everyone just holding position, so, you know, why not friendly say, hey, how you doing over there?
Yeah, I mean, you know.
And there we have it, everybody feeling well. That's what we expect, you know, just trying to, you know, kill the downtime.
And anybody got a football? We could get the pilots out there, Max, and just have a bit of a scrimmage in the middle here. Yeah. So we're redrop, he can't join. Okay, I'll call this.
Yep, it looks like we have to. Yeah, that is red team is going to cap so that we don't have 15-minute lockdown mechs. Is that the?
Yeah, no. Normally we have to have them kill each other. The teams usually turn on each other, frankly, at this point, and just duel among themselves. And then obviously we just vector the survivors into each other to make sure the match ends promptly.
Well, if red team has nodes and blue team doesn't, if they all overheat on blue team, red team will automatically win, and
yeah,
that will break up the lock.
Break out the lock. Yeah, makes sense.
So that's what we're intending for, it seems. The last mech on blue team seemed to shut down there. I was hoping for an overheat. Looks like he's doing it now. There he goes. He's working on it now.
So we want red team to win, so we need blue team to suicide out their mech, don't we?
Yep, that'll be the quickest end. There it is. Well done.
Okay, so we're ignoring that one. That is a redrop situation. Just to recap, a disconnect from the 12th Donegal side before any kills or conquest points capped, so we are going for a redrop.
Comment in chat over here is Mustache Cast is the best.
Is the best cast, yeah. Di also mentioning Radiocast there. I don't think we're looping back on ourselves, but I hope we're not, because that was 5 minutes ago.
I'd like to take this time to actually point out that Laz wanted to be the best looking man on the stream, so he refused to let me have a picture. I am
heresy
represented by the first gruesome Rion symbol.
Fine, I'm gonna put you on tomorrow night for that. I will figure out Skype and we will make you appear in that screen top right.
Fair play.
Okay, so we do see the teams back in.
Both teams have said ready and locked.
Yeah, I'm just going to confirm that we definitely do have a green from the guy who was disconnect. Yep, okay. So, here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And yeah, somebody's clarifying there. We had a radio cast. Apparently, they couldn't see the match. Of course, I hadn't set the drop screen live because we had that redrop call. So that's why, guys, trying not to show too much if we can possibly avoid it when we get an immediate call for a redrop. And to be fair to Thunderstrike, they called that within seconds of the match starting. So yeah, I forgot whilst dealing with it that I had, of course, kept it as a radio cast until then. But you should now be seeing an actual live drop.
You know, which we should actually still be seeing this drop before the broadcast calls were called. Hopefully, I did not ruin it.
I don't think the teams are going to try and abuse that. They dealt with that one very honourably, I think. And again, I think they do have the option to change out if they'd wanted to.
Correct, and it seems like it's the identical match that it was last time as far as selection goes. We've got 2 Annihilators on the red team over here.
Yep.
And 2 Mad Cats on
2 Mad Cat 2s on the Donegal side, yeah. Early pushes from the Donegals for the Cap game, contrasting German Clan Ghost Bear pushing towards Kappa in strength camo.
Yeah, I mean, well, the red team is looking for the brawl. Blue team is looking to actually hold the cap gain and then actually take that Overwatch position with good trade lanes.
Yep, that seems to be the feel of it. So, Epsilon uncontested there. Kappa, are they getting those 2 mechs out? That's the question. Wiper just taking a couple of scrapes there while trading Jewel and Sev in the Mistlinks and the Arctic Cheetah, down 5% each, nothing catastrophic there. And that puts us 3-1 on the cap situation for Donegal Guards, with the option on Theta, albeit, I think, probably difficult to take now with enough Overwatch positions on both sides. That being said, German Clan Ghost Bear Shadow now retaking Kappa promptly.
Neither team taking Theta at this point.
No, I mean, there's enough Overwatch fire again, either of the positions we discussed pre-game there, Camo. It's very hard to actually sustain a cap against teams that are prepared to put down the Overwatch and prevent it.
Yep, and here comes Blue Team. They're taking Theta. They actually have a significant game because they have taken Kappa early and then transferred it over.
And
so
they're playing well up against that.
Will be taking the position that I called out for what I assumed it would be their Overwatch. The
ridges, yeah. And actually, despite, pretty much on this, you know how this works, audience. Whenever Laz says something, he's promptly proven wrong. So, there you go. Theta being kept by 12 Donegal Guards, Blue Team.
Yeah,
sustained trade now.
Blue Team is essentially gonna try and do this, where that they can keep Red Team from being up on
I see 5 Red Team mechs just not relevant. I mean, Sirak's now up starting the trade, but some confusion perhaps on the Ghost Bear side. Just half their mechs aren't really in a fight, and the others are playing very static while they do. Perhaps they're going to call a change of strategy here, and indeed we are seeing them rotate to the north.
It looks like they're going to try and take out that assassin in Sigma.
Yeah, they're trying to gank on that assassin. That's Wendell there, getting chased down by the Arctic Wolf and the Mistlinks. Don't think that's going to end well for him. But meantime, full cap up and running for the Donegal Guards.
Which is a very solid call. What they're trying to do is they're trying to take that light that's going to wing out and capture the nodes. They want to essentially force the blue team to actually have to fight them instead of skirting them.
Yeah, the question is it too little too late? Because obviously now we've already got 300 points on the board pretty much for Donegal Guards. Losses their lights at this point just not going to be that critical. Unless they very promptly lose a fight as well. I mean, I was thinking that we would see Ghost Bear push towards a decisive brawl, but we're now seeing almost trading lines forming again across this northern part of the map, an unusual situation. Yeah, don't think I've
had to
seen...
migrate because of the Sigma cap, for sure. So, you know, if it continues like last match...
Can Fresh Dax suppress that cap? Fresh Dax really ought to be suppressing that cap in combination... Wendell probably doesn't have the range. Yeah, and there is Fresh Dax, actually, putting down large pulse fire, trying to suppress the attempt by Ghost Bear to hold Sigma. Not enough, though. They have a sliver cap, Ghost Bear. Not enough to immediately bring it back for them, but enough to take that pressure off a little bit regards the Conquest clock.
The trading lanes are very good right now, and it's pretty even. But them two Annihilators are going to just now be getting into the blue lines. They're both extremely fresh.
Ooh, Samad here coming too far out. Samad getting punished there, too far out from the terrain. Down at 56%. Fresh Dax trying to perhaps support him, getting walloped as well. There goes... oh, no. He did stay up. I was expecting Samad to go there. Wow! Airstrike hit on Samad down at 44.
It looks like Red Team is just going to capitalize on the Annihilators and assume that the Annihilators are going to be enough weight because they've sent two of their lights over to Kappa to take that.
I think they're compelled to be honest, unless they could force a very quick fight, which I don't think they can. They need to make sure they certainly don't go 4-cap down again.
Absolutely.
Now, operating to deny, there is one light mech. I'm trying to see. In fact, there's two light mechs now. Donegal Guards trying to run the clock. They've got two of their mechs out and capping. That's the Mistlinks, piloted by Jewel, and Sev in the Arctic Cheetah have both broken off. So we're seeing the lights on both sides trying to sustain a cap game, whilst the 6 of them stare down, to be honest. That being said...
It didn't seem like Red pushed in enough when they should have.
No, they should have taken that positional error.
And they should have just full throttled around that corner, in my opinion.
That was a W key moment. You see those two Mad Cats over there? Let's follow them up and make them dead.
And at this point, it's just essentially probably too late on the cap.
5-6-8, 5-7-1.
The actual fight.
Yeah, but at the same time, you say dominating. You know, again, bonus points here for the kill on all the heavies and assaults, and I don't see either team really threatening it. I mean, Donegal Guards have lost a couple of the heavies and assaults, but unless Ghost Bay get on with this, not only are they going to be out of the game on Conquest, but they aren't going to pick up any bonuses.
Well, it doesn't seem like Blue Team is running straight away, so it is quite possible that Red Team will actually take out the heavies and the assaults.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Donegal Guards have an interest here in spinning out the fight, because they want that clock to keep running, don't they? They're 3-cap.
They're going for the win, not the bonus points here.
Yeah, you're right. There is only one Mad Cat 2 left, so that's Lyrina, the disconnect from earlier, and in fact, I'm on Lyrina now. He's having to back out, but he's being suppressed by Vibestorm and Brethren. Not just suppressed, but actively attacked. He's going to go down in a minute to secure those bonus points for the Ghost Bears. There he goes. So you called it, Camo.
They're very well played by Blue Team there. They went for the cap game. They did the trading lanes. They knew that they probably weren't going to just outright beat 2 Annihilators, and they did what they needed to do.
But did they know there were 2 Annihilators at that stage of the drop? I mean, they wouldn't have had that intel.
They actually probably did, because they had both Annihilators hit for about 3 or 4%. So that means 2 people had to at least seen this.
So good comms, passing that information back, and then the decision. That being said, their drop positioning suggested Conquest, playing for the Conquest points. 7-3-6, 7-3-8. This is going to go any second now, Camo. And it's going to go the way of the Donegal Guards, with Jewel clinging on at 43%. Doesn't matter even if he dies at this point. But let's see if he can keep his mech, and he can, just denying a few extra points of rep there. So
now we're at 2-2. It was going to be an interesting close match, and you know, no team has disappointed. What are we going to see in the 5th drop? Is it going to be more trade? Is it going to be brawl?
Yeah, hard to call it.
I feel like 12th Donegal is going to keep going with the trade mechanic that they've been putting out.
I mean, I think Ghost Bear have been trying to brawl, albeit perhaps the indecision there on when we both feel they could have pushed. But I feel they're trying to brawl, aren't they?
Essentially, that's not a good lane to push. They're dead space canyons, but you just sort of have to go at that point.
Yeah.
You didn't have a choice. It wasn't going to pan out better if you didn't. So it's going to be about when you push, where you push.
Right. So let's look at the map strategy screen here, and wow. I mean, how to draw this one up, mate? It went every which way, didn't it? So
it was essentially here for a blue team, like we thought.
Once they formed
they
the
took
line,
that early Kappa though.
Yeah.
That early Kappa actually set them
and
up
and
extremely
Epsi as well. So that was the sort of position early on, and we saw Ghost Bear almost forced into a sort of wavy line back here. At that point where I was saying they weren't able to trade, subsequently detaching to bring Kappa back into play for themselves, and then both teams drifting back north, wasn't it, as we saw it? So
essentially,
I want to say north, although
both
perhaps the
teams
map's oriented differently.
Essentially folding right here instead of fighting for the middle.
Yeah, so
blue team maintaining cap advantage the whole game though, which was crucial.
Yeah, but what we saw was the overextension there on that right flank. We saw up around that, I think it was the Bravo 5 point, if I've got this oriented right. Samad coming out in the Madcat 2 and getting punished for it. One of the Madcats going up to support him, and that's the point where we would both, if we could have done called that push, wouldn't we, Camo? We would have been in there ideally.
Absolutely.
We didn't see that happen.
Brawl, I would have said, press that W, go Max, and when you're so far down in the cap game, you have to, and you have two lights over here trying to retake your Kappa point. You just, if you're trading better, you just have to say, hey, we're going straight in. Otherwise, you need to be like already going back and trying to get into Theta.
Right,
and
right.
That didn't happen. So at the point where they were still at Sigma, they needed to push around and go in.
So, decisive. It will be a decisive fifth drop here. Bit of a treat for you viewers. We will actually have a competitive fifth drop. So, let's see what we can bring up here. So, let's just see. The teams aren't rushing the ready up camera, so let's pull that up on the board here. So, this is going to be Grim Plexus on Conquest. A large map, I think, fair to say. So, most of the time, Kappa not being that significant on this one, the teams will probably want to push in towards the Theta Epsi side, I would say. But again, we are seeing people run that cap strat, so maybe somebody will try for Kappa.
I absolutely expect 12th Donegal to take Kappa. They seem to want to play the cap game. Kappa will enable them to do that. They take Kappa, Theta, and Epsilon, and take Gamma on the backside. That's 4-1.
Yeah.
If they do that, they can set up any sort of firing line to maintain that hold.
So you're thinking we're going to see a single light mech, presumably Charlie Point. If we see that, then that would be a straight play for Kappa, while the rest of the team comes up through the sort of traditional route. And as you say, they can almost firing line anywhere they like there, can't they? As long as they can at least control Theta and Epsi, whilst having capped down Gamma, that would be the ideal strategy you're proposing there for the Donegal Guards.
Donegal Guards will probably send 2 to Kappa. Get a quick cap, and then move them to Theta.
Okay. Now, if they did that, obviously, Ghost Bear's best bet would be to go for a quick brawl, push aggressively through.
Yeah, if they control
the
Fox 7 push in through G7, and actually just sever that line before there's an actual cap hold, is my best bet.
Right. So, 2 and 2, 825 though on the rep for Thunderstrike, and 975 for Shadow. So that's 2 and 2. Shadow in the ascendancy due to the kill count they've put down, the bonuses they've picked up. So Thunderstrike need a decisive win here to tip it. 2 lights, 2 heavies, 4 assaults available. Bonuses here going for destruction of the enemy assault mechs. And mostly ready, just waiting on one pilot to ready up for Ghost Bear. So where are you going to put it, Camo? I'm going to say run a form. I'd have to put money if I was going to put money, which I'm sure is illegal in several states. Not here in the UK. I mean, hey, in the UK I can do what I like. Up to a point, right? I would put my money on Donegal Guards. Would you take the bet against me, or are you gonna say Donegal Guards yourself? Indeed, is Camo still alive? Has Camo fallen in a hole? My co-caster may have disappeared. Well, that happens occasionally. Notwithstanding that, we'll have to hope Camo rejoins us, viewers. But if he doesn't, then you'll get...
Sorry, I'm back.
He's back. Well done, Camo. We're just 5 seconds from the drop, mate. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we are launching a Drop 5, Grim Plexus, 2 and 2, Thunderstrike and Shadow. And Camo, I was asking just before you disappeared there, where would your money be if you could have a bet on this one?
You know, it's Grim Plexus. It's a very good trading lane. I'm going to go with 12th Chronicle.
Yeah, okay, so that's both of us. That being said, we'd love to see Ghost Bear grind it out. I mean, they do have the rep advantage, so they don't need to play a high-kill game here. That being said, from their strategy, we're seeing them prefer the brawl, so if Ghost Bear do go in, and they went in fast, and Donegal did detach those 2 mechs, I could see them having a chance here.
I would love to see the brawl win. I'm a big fan of the brawl. No,
The brawl, it's all about the brawl, except in Div A.
I'm sorry for the brief interlude there. I have a 100-pound dog, and he decided to bark, so I wanted to not hurt anybody's eardrums.
That seems reasonable. We'll let you have that one. 100-pound dog, okay. Well, weirder things have interrupted my casts before, but yeah. So, you got the... which side have you got here, Camo? Remind me.
I've got red time.
You've got red side, okay, I'll talk about the blue side then. So, looking for the dupes, Magcat 2s again. No great surprise there, I don't think. Seeing an Osiris from Wendell, and it looks like it's Wendell sending, as you call it, Camo, again, the 2 cap. Yes, no, 2. An Osiris and an Arctic Cheetah from Jewel and Wendell moving out towards that Kappa point. They're going to meet opposition from 1 Ghost Bear mech. Can you see who that is?
I can check it in a second. It looks like Wolverine in the Javelin.
Javelin again, huh?
Over here on the red team, I don't see a dupe. I could be mistaken, but I don't see it.
I don't see it. King Crab, Direwolf, Annihilator, Kodiak.
Seems like they're gonna try and make that push to Theta. Blue team is obviously going for the cap game. I'm surprised to see that they did not take Theta with another mech.
Didn't send a light in that direction. I mean, I guess if they're already detaching 2 here for the fight at Kappa, that would thin them very spread. Yeah, that thing. Yeah, conservative play there from the Donegal Guard. They're holding back there at Gamma. Perhaps they're waiting to see what the Ghost Bear response will be.
I think they're just gonna assume their 2 light mechs are gonna dominate that, and they're assuming that red team split between Sigma and Kappa with their lights.
Right, so perhaps they're waiting for the outcome of this light duel, would you say? Wait and see what happens to Wolverine?
If they manage to take out one of the lights, just maintaining Overwatch and having their two lights take nodes is going to be a solid strategy.
Okay, that Javelin is legged and about to go down. There goes the Javelin, so that's Wolverine out of it. And they are now disengaging at speed, which you would expect. So,
absolutely.
Seeing looks like 1 detached Clan Ghost Bear mech down the back there, trying to find out who that is. Can't see what they're attempting back there. Are they lost?
They just took Sigma, and they're gonna loop around and try and take Kappa back.
It is the mislink, so he has the speed to come back in.
However, 12th Donegal at this point is going to take the G7 and the H7, and they're going to set up good firing lines. The 2 lights are just maintaining the hold on Kappa.
Right.
Interestingly enough, 12th Donegal did not send somebody to Epsilon. So
no. Perhaps they're planning for the lights to rush across around the back whilst the assaults and heavies maintain that Overwatch position on Theta. But that being said, they're not pushing forwards.
12 Donegal's going to form that firing line and have the 2 lights push in when they actually get in the trade situation.
I mean, again, 12 Donegal don't need to come over yet, do they? I mean, they are now moving to Overwatch Theta, but they're in the lead on Cap, so they can afford to play this a little slower. Now, interesting, their lights continuing to hold at Kappa. Are the lights going to come in as backstabbers here? That would seem to be what they're planning.
It seems to be the case.
And Wiper, with an assault on Theta, unopposed, essentially. Now we're seeing some trade back. Can he get a sliver cap there? No, he's been driven off without the sliver cap. Almost thought he was going to be in there. If that was a light and he could have got on the Ligantry there, he would have had that. And now he's paying for it.
Phenomenally, and the Annihilator is already at 67%.
Yeah. Annihilator down, and Wolverine gone already, but Wiper is going to pay for that attempt on Theta. That's an assault mech trying to make a cap, and not being able to extract effectively. Dual damage from the light fight earlier in the Arctic Cheetah. but severe damage on one of the Clan Ghost Bear mechs that annihilate it, as you say, Camo.
Yeah, the Kodiak is taking quite a bit of punishment.
And I
too.
see
It's out
Light
in
Fight
front.
2. Light Fight 2 is on. It's Max Cole, Jewel, and Wendell. Wendell now, Jewel now down. Wendell and Max Cole at it.
Oh.
Now you'd favour the Mistlinks to win this.
Depends. It's already at 67%. It's where is that?
It's
damage
leg.
taken?
It's the right leg is wide open. So can the Osiris A identify that and then B put the damage out? The Osiris is continuing the fight, so perhaps they are aware of that. I mean, they should be. Cyrus, in the meantime, picking up that damaged Annihilator, and then Creolis picking up Draven, the Kodiak. So 2 assaults going down there. This light fight now might be fairly inconsequential. Looks like the main fight is going ahead. I'm going to get back to that.
Red team is completely clustered, and blue team has very good firing lanes. And they're using the airstrikes to capitalize on that.
Yeah, seeing strikes going in there at distance and more smoke going out.
Party strikes and airstrikes left and right. When you have good firing lanes and other... That artillery.
Yep.
It looks like the Mistlings did win that fight, though, over here in the lights.
Max
He
Cole
took
on
out the
41%.
2
Yeah, so, do they have other lights available? They've got the Mistlinks, but it's in bad shape. Did he keep his leg? Now, he is on Kappa now, but I think it's going to be too little too late. There just isn't a main force left to support a Cap game.
No, it looks like 12 Donegal's gonna proceed to take this.
Clear this up and get the kills and the bonus. So again, they know they need the rep to swing the board across. They've only taken 2 casualties themselves so far, albeit Wiper in very bad state in that Mad Cat. So if the Mistlinks could find him, then again the Mistlinks is the only thing left now.
Yeah, Wiper, they're using to cap the nodes. They know they had the advantage there, so they sent the extremely damaged mech out to go and take some nodes.
Yeah, I mean, why not? It was... I haven't actually seen its status, but it can't have been in good shape. Let's go and find out what state the Mistlinks actually is. Mistlinks is legged. So, good game, I think. 12 Donegal with the cap lead, the kill lead, and a leg light as the opposition.
It'd be extremely surprising if something changed, but no.
I mean, at this point, I would actually expect Max Cole, in many ways, should find a corner, hide, power off, and just try to protect the rep points for losing that chassis. He's got nothing he can do by getting involved. He's going to get one shot out of it. So, if anything, if I was Max, I'd be thinking, find a corner and deny the enemy 25 rep points, and let the clock run out, because there is nothing else he's going to do here.
That is quite the long clock for it to run out, so...
Well, go on Cap. I mean, and again, at the Div A level, we see that sort of behaviour, because the teams realise it's a leaderboard, right? So, every point you can deny the opposition is valuable, and as well as every point you can earn for yourselves is valuable. So, throwing one more mech away doesn't help your overall position, but nonetheless, Max, continuing the plod here, he's now going to get picked up, and that rounds it out. Only 2 kills made by Ghost Bear, no bonus for them. Conversely, 8 kills by the Donagles, and they will pick up their bonus. Team stats here, 1,000 damage for Cyrus, huge numbers going out there in the BLR, Battlemaster.
Yeah,
huh.
The Battlemaster, I'm assuming 4 ER large?
Yep, and we saw that trading going on early, so yeah, just very effective. Madcat 2...
Wiper didn't get much damage done because he went down to Theta and crucially capped that node for his team.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens, especially when you're the drop caller. You gotta make the play.
Indeed. So, let me flash up the scoreboard in a minute here. So that is the 2 kills for... 8 kills for Donegal Guards, 2 kills for Ghost Bear Shadow. And we'll go back and see what the final result of that will be. Now, this unconfirmed, of course, the teams can send in their videos for up to 50 extra rep points, but I'm seeing that as a relatively slender win there for Thunderstrike. 3-2, 1175 rep points placed, 1025 for German Clan Ghost Bear. All round close matches for everyone, I'd have said there, Camo.
Oh, absolutely. You know, we knew coming in here that it was going to be a good match and it was going to be close, and it was interesting to see one team go with the brawl strategy and one team go with the trade. The trade is very strong when you have a well-positioned, good firing line.
Yep, extremely so. Right, Camo, if you want to sit here, mate, I'm going to go and see if I can find an interview with either of these guys, team leads for either side, and yeah, afterwards we'll come back and do a draw and just have your closing thoughts on this one.
Sounds good.
Just wait for the teams to load back in here and see if anyone does want an interview. So we'll offer this up to Ghost Bear first, coming in runner-up. Just to remind everybody, stick around, we still have 1,000 MC to give away after the interviews here, or perhaps between the interviews. I might do the draw and then post it up afterwards. Winners so far tonight, I have got some responses on Discord, so again, once I get clear of the cast, I will be sending you your codes, and never fret. Well, I have an empty lobby, so just getting a 1 sec call from Wolverine there on the Ghost Bear side, Camo, so I think they're going to be okay for an interview. I'll just talk to Wiper as well.
Hello.
Hello, who have we got there? Is that oh, it's Ibins. Good to see you, Ibins. Thanks for coming down, and Wolverine just joining us there as well, I see.
Yeah, good evening.
I'm just going to turn you guys up a little bit here. Just make sure you guys can be heard on the stream. So, your thoughts, guys? Very, very close there.
Yeah, I think it was very close. I think what we see is we are, yeah, like everybody could see. I think we are a new group, or grouped up. Some play for a long time together, but we are not a team who trains every day or things like that. And for us, I think it was a good game. We had fun, and I think that's the most important thing here on MRBC.
Yeah, I mean that's what we like to see. We want the teams to have fun because we want you guys to keep coming back and playing more matches in each season for us to cast on and to put out there for the guys to watch.
Yeah, so thank you very much for your casting. It's a pleasure for us.
Yeah.
And thanks for your work that you've done here for the community. I think that's a great job you do.
Well, thank you very much indeed. That's much appreciated, and all credit to the guys who run MRBC. I'm just one of the affiliate casters here, so I will be sure to pass that along. How are you feeling for the rest of the season? I think you've got at least you're going to go around again, aren't you? Of course, actually, you're a 4-div, so you're going to get to play these guys again in 3 weeks' time. Going to be a bit of a grudge match, that one, would you say?
Sorry, what did you mean? Or?
It's a 4-team division, so you play each team twice. So you will play Donegal Guards again in 12 weeks. How do you in 3 weeks? Sorry. How do you feel about that? Try something a bit different next time, or you're gonna be able to tip it the other way? Do you think?
Yeah, I think we have to make some changes and adjustments. I think especially what that was a Solaris 7 tryout was drop 5 with AK2s to try if they are viable for MRBC as well. And what we saw is that that was a Solaris test drop deck, and
right.
What we saw is the AK2s. I think everybody saw this in Solaris works very well, but on MRBC we saw now that's a total different game. What you see here, you can go back and can hide your mag, and Solaris I think is more an open shootout what you have in the face. And I think what we saw is that Solaris makes maybe the Night Gear as an Overwatch mag for a brawl. I think is valid, but you saw this in the MRBC seasons before as well.
Yeah, it's a popular choice.
Yeah, it's a very popular choice, especially for example, for drop 2. That was something we could have thought about, but I think. the popular annihilator, with 6 AK2 you see in the Solaris Division 1 all the time, I think. It's not a good choice for drop 5.
It doesn't work out quite as well for drop 5. Oh, well, again, we'll be very interested to follow you guys. Can't promise we'll get to cast you again later in the season, but I certainly hope we will. We may even see if we can come back for the replay of this one. So, best luck with the rest of the season, guys. And, yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for making for a very competitive night.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Yeah, good night. Cheers.
Okay, Camo. Okay, let's see if we can, we'll see now if we can pick up the others. Are you still there, Camo? Camo may have stepped away. Okay,
Sorry, what was that, sir?
Just saying we're going to go over now and see if we can get some words from the opposition, from the Donegal Guards. So hang with us.
Sounds good.
And then we will be doing a giveaway. Okay, just gonna wait to see if they wanna take me up on that. Meanwhile, let's why not? I'll start refreshing the draw here. Come on, let's see if we can
see if we find a winner, huh?
I'm sure we'll find a winner. Question is, will they find us? As ever, if you win a prize, guys, come through and either contact me on Discord or here on Twitch chat. So we're going to go over, we'll do the giveaway here. 1000 MC, super awesome giveaway time. Little Ferret there, Little Ferret, you have won the 1000 MC prize. So if Little Ferret wants to send me a PM on either Twitch or on Discord, we will get that sorted out for you. Meanwhile, I'm being told Wiper will do an interview with us for 12th Donegal Guard, so just waiting for him to join us, and I think he has now. So Wiper, a close one.
Yeah, it was nice matches. We had some problems on the first 2 matches because I guess some failed plannings on the mechs. Ghostbeast was way better in the brawling setup than we are. So
right. So seeing those go against you, but then we saw some very strong positional trading from you guys from drop 3 onwards.
Yeah, we tried that because I just thought they will be full brawl on almost every map, so I tried to conquer that a bit.
Yeah, well, and successfully, ultimately coming in very close finish there, going 3-2 with, I think it was only 150 rep points in it. In fact, at the end of the match there. Obviously, we're just saying to the others, 4-team div, so you get to play again. In fact, don't you? You'll play them again in about 3 weeks' time. Changes for yourselves there, or happy with your strategy tonight?
Well, maybe both.
Maybe both. Keep the good bits and change a few of the mechs out, maybe?
Yeah, just some, maybe more brawl, sometimes more long range. We'll see.
Yeah, and obviously I think it'll be the same maps. I think you guys play the same maps out again, but I'd have to double check that one. Any other thoughts on things like that? I mean, obviously that puts you, I think, halfway through the league. I'll have to check. That may well still put you towards the top of the table, I think, just because of the accumulated rep before, but it's going to be very tight with German Clan Ghost Bear Shadow, so all to play for in the second half of the season.
Well, I hope we get the first place.
Yeah, obviously. Well, thanks very much indeed for coming out tonight and doing the interview with us. Massively appreciated as always, and thanks to your team, some very entertaining drops tonight. I think we're going to go away and give away 1000 MC, so if you're on the Twitch, then feel free to join in on that. And sorry, apologies, we just did that. We did just do that, I'm so sorry. So yeah, thanks again, and we hope to see you guys again soon. Okay, Camo. So that's I think that brings us to the end of our scheduled entertainment tonight, as it were. Final thoughts from yourself?
I'm just happy actually watched such a good match. It was close. Both teams, good traits. You had the opening 2-0 and then a very nice comeback, and it's always nice to see a good match.
It is, and looking at the league table here, I've got the league table back up, confirming that Thunderstrike will maintain top of the board there, despite the close loss. With the close win, apologies. Thunderstrike will maintain top of the board there. German Clan Ghost Bear will be holding second. Obviously, we're back tomorrow night, Camo, to see Pantera's Swords and Band of the Hawk, the lower place teams in this division at the moment, play each other. Excited for that one too.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a very good experience tonight, and hopefully we continue that kind of theme tomorrow.
Yeah, pretty much. So, well, that's it, guys. Thank you very much for coming and seeing us tonight. I think we saw peak just over 50 guys there, at least watching EU Div D. So fantastic to see guys coming out and supporting not only MRBC but the teams involved. I'm just seeing is it over which team won. The cast will, of course, be available on Twitch shortly after I close it down. So if you want to go back and see it again, should I give you spoilers? Shall I give them spoilers, Camo? I think probably
they can watch it.
They can watch it, but it's close. It's very, very close if you didn't see what actually happened. But there you are. Okay, I think we'll leave you with some footage from previous seasons, guys. And again, Lil Ferret, give me a nudge for that 1000 MC code, mate. And we look forward to seeing you again very shortly. You're gonna be back tomorrow, Camo? Or are we gonna get to see your mustache and your beard?
You will, and sorry, you will not be the best looking man on stream.
Yeah, I know. I never am. If I'm not by myself, I never am. So. Yeah, okay, so if you want to see my moustache, Camo's beard, and some European teams playing Mech Warrior, sort of the backup attraction there. A moustache, a beard, and some MWR action, tune back in tomorrow night, guys, and we will be very glad to see you all. Thanks again for listening to the MRBC cast. This is Laz, with Camo Man, signing off.
Thanks.
I need another heavy. I've got TB and a quick draw.
I want to get fairly tight to it. Now, anybody who's going to be working range, I'm going to need you to fade right on this. And when anybody's running short, is going to stay towards the top of the call there. We're going to come at them.
I have you in the Griff. Griffin.
Sounds good. Well, that's the thing. We got to get to brawling range, so I may be moving us, right up to the hoop if we have to.
Wolverine nach Charlie 4.
It's fine, chill the out, man, it's fine, it's just a 5-starter.
Komm, Leute, redet miteinander.
15 seconds. Yeah, exactly. Don't die. Guys, 15 seconds, don't die. Guys. 3, 2, 1.
Charlie Jar, CT, yellow. Okay, go for Charlie, see if we can get it.
There. To your left, there's a... So, jetzt guys, hinter die Indie-Pocken.
Mediums be prepared to pull back E40 towards the E5 border. On my mark.
Left side, come on! Like now, I need strikes on OP barrel. Wire are strikes up.
Die Hauptgruppe rechts, Uferlinie.
They have 3 mechs sitting on the left side when you pass over.
Overheating is bad.
Both legs on the Griffin. Hit the Griffin. Woo! Sorry about that. That was such a...
That's right. I'm gonna spawn Lance, you guys in Charlie, Lance, you guys in Bravo. That's B2C1.
This third drop is 2 lights, 2 mediums, 2 heavies, 2 assaults.
Jetzt in die Breite, zieht euch in die Breite.
Lights, watch our backs. We're gonna about base and take up position in Bravo 6.
Ja, kurz Aufschaltung, Delta 4-3 Stück, 2 Mediums einleiten, wie ich es richtig gesehen habe.
Make a firing line.
C4 Tactical Hill, boys.
Fox.
Laufen unter ECM, hab 2 durchlaufen, 10 Bravo 4.
And get ready to hit people coming from our right.
Charlie on the left, Charlie, Hellbringer on the left.
Okay, let's group up towards the left. We're gonna press through Bravo 3 to Bravo 4. I think they're kind of spread out.
Check yourselves, make sure you've got, UAV cool shot.
Here they come, they're pushing hard, guys.
Decro. Tez on. Oh, got a contact here, Bravo 3. Nice, Marshall. I'm on Delta Griffin. We'll get cross it then. Get in their face. They got a highlighter, they just push up on Theta. We need help on Theta. Up on Theta.
Yep, that's the noise. Go. Let's finish this.
Full pressure, guys. Full pressure. They're down low. They're down low in Charlie 3. Get the f***ing arm, Jackson.
Jackson, cool shot.
Cough. I got him.
Okay,
Go, B3, go.
Echo.
Get over on your medium, guys. Get Echo Stormcrow. God, I suck as a pilot, but thank I packed my skill.
I'm sorry that you died, sweet girls, but we will send a reasonably nice letter to your family.